All right, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Yo, we're back, man. We're back. So,
Back. Episode 3.
yeah, so before y'all start asking, where's episode 2? When's the next episode coming out? So, let me just be straight. I just find it funny how the episode where we decide to talk about Ryan Garcia, the CIA, Diddy, and all that is the episode that suddenly gets lost. So,
Bro, I told you Illuminati is real, bro.
Yo, just so we're clear, the episode just disappeared.
we're not even shitting you on that. Everybody was asking, "Oh, where's episode 2? When's the next episode?" We shot it. We shot it, but higher powers above us
Shit happened. Life
did not
happened,
want that episode to come out. So
I'm just happy to be alive, to be breathing.
So
All right, let's kick this off. What we
Yeah.
got? What we got?
so right off the bat, there are some things that we were discussing last time, but since they may never see that episode, I'll reiterate. I find it funny how now that we're back, well, now that I was saying how Reggie decided to do this whole podcast thing, the work environment has completely changed, and we've just all of a sudden become like superstars. And
Superstars?
yeah, yo, like everybody wants to come up and be like, "Yo, I want to be on the pod," or "Oh, when the next episode coming out," or stuff like that. And it's getting to a point where it's people that, because I told you guys last time, like I'm not really a social person. I usually keep to myself. So it's people that I don't talk to coming up to me like, "Oh, when's the next episode?" Or "Oh, this stuff is funny." I was like,
Yo, I've been funny for years. Everyone's just hearing it now. You know what I'm saying?
The amount of people coming up to me like, yo, I didn't know you were that funny. Like, yo, you don't say anything at work. I was like, because I don't fucking like any of you guys.
yo, it's funny because people always talk about, like, whenever people see you doing something that you want to do, they always start to talk about the stuff they've been thinking about doing.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, I've been thinking about, I've always wanted to start a podcast," or I've always wanted to start a clothing brand. Like,
one of the big motivations for me finally putting this into action was maybe 2 or 3 phone calls with Jordan. It's like, you'd be good on a podcast. You'd be good on a podcast. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, I would be. And then I wouldn't do nothing. It's like, yo, I can't be one of those people where it's like, yeah, I could do it. I have all this potential. Nah, we had to do it. We put our foot, like, I got the dream team here.
Here we go.
We put it together.
Pippen and Rodman.
And yeah, man.
I'll be Rodman still.
The whole point of this is please stop asking me to be on the podcast.
facts.
Please.
No, we can
If I have not already approached you about the podcast, I don't want you on the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it to you in person, but this is the warning. I will say it to you.
No, there's some people we can have on the pod.
Yeah,
Some
but
personalities
like
out
I
there
said,
that we
those
can-
people already know who they are.
Yeah.
If you're not one of those people, stop asking me. And if I say no, stop asking Jordan.
Yeah, yeah.
And stop asking
Definitely
Prab.
don't ask me because I don't like talking to people as it is. So
Oh, man. Anyway, that's just what I got to say about that. I guess we can roll into some
Yeah, so
nice topics right now.
so I'm not sure if you guys probably seen, but I woke up and the Baltimore Bridge was gone.
Bro, I seen that. I literally right when I woke up, I don't know why. I have this weird
You see the video?
bro, I seen the video. The lights went out on the ship, and then it was just like steering towards one of the pillars, the support beams. Bro, that shit was gone.
I woke up to a video my older bro sent me, and I was like, apparently he's seen it like right before it hit the news and whatnot. And it's like you were saying, it was just a ship just like going towards the pillar, and the whole bridge just collapsed. I'm like, what the
Yo,
fuck?
the bridge went down like a little kid built their Legos and somebody just took it out. That bridge just, bam. I was awake. I saw it when it broke. Bro.
You were there?
Huh?
You were there?
No, I saw it on my
Okay, just checking.
my Twitter feed.
Okay, just checking.
Yo, when I tell you one part got hit, the entire bridge went down.
That was
Entire
so
bridge
crazy,
went down.
I mean, that's America for you.
I'll tell you what. You know what I can compare it to? Remember in the first Spider-Man? Well, I mean, in every Spider-Man, he's saving people. But in the first Spider-Man, there's a bridge breaking, going down, and things are slowly crumbling. People are able to be saved. It's not. Yo, movies are fake. Movies are fake. That ain't real. Whoever was on that bridge when it down, God forbid.
Allegedly, they didn't have nobody on the bridge.
I hope so.
So what happened is that, so for anybody that lives under a rock and doesn't know what happened, it was a container ship that collided with the bridge this morning, And the size of the ship is nearly as big as 3 American football fields, like 985 feet long.
3 American football
3
fields.
American football fields. So the pilot was steering the ship.
The pilot?
Sorry, the
Captain?
The captain.
I am the captain.
Might as well be a pilot.
Not a good one. Sorry. Oh, I can't make jokes.
But he was steering the ship. They made a mayday call 10 minutes before they hit the ship. Like, yo, like we lost control of the ship, some shit like that. And that caused authorities to close the bridge off. So that's why there weren't as many people on the bridge. Like there was only like construction workers on the bridge, but that's why all the cars stopped, because like when a split second decision, they're like, yo, close the bridge, some shit's about to pop off. And then
Bro, 10 minutes is not... Well,
bro, imagine you're driving across the bridge. You go to switch your song or you go to look down. You look back up and you're just
in the water.
Oh my God.
Bro, I can't swim, bro. I'm
Well,
fucked.
that's crazy. Does anyone know how to get out of a car when it's underwater?
but because of the pressure, it's tough. My brother was even telling me like, yo, he was thinking about keeping those devices. There's a device you can get that.
There's a window breaker. You don't have one of those?
No, I don't have any of those.
Bro.
For the record, Prab has like 3 crowbars, 4.
Bro, you need crowbars, shovels, a window breaker, a seat belt ripper,
What?
cutter. You need steel toe shoes. You need a bag of ice salt. Bro, I'm telling you, immigrant parents will teach you
My goodness.
first aid.
Be prepared
First
for
aid and
anything.
emergency preparedness is the number one thing.
Yeah, yo, because it's fucked. So apparently, like as of this recording, there's 6 people still missing.
Oh shit, there's 6 people still missing?
6 people still missing, and I think they were construction workers that were working. They weren't even working on the bridge. They were doing like potholes and shit
On the bridge.
on the bridge when it happened. So
Bro, if I see, and though obviously I'm speaking, I wasn't there. If I see a big ass ship
I'm running.
barreling toward the bridge, I don't care who my foreman is. I don't care how much I'm getting paid. I am sprinting.
Yo, that shit pretty close, bro.
Yo, man, that's not
Hey, yo, cut that shit pretty
that
close.
is
cut.
not.
apparently it was traveling at like 6 knots is what I heard, which is like really fast. Like that shit was like.
Yo, you ever see? No, I'm not that fast. I'm not that fast.
Brown Usain Bolt, bro.
Yo. Anyways, hearts and prayers to everybody affected. Obviously, you know, we just try to make light out of dark situations. But that was just a crazy thing to wake up to every day. Like, there's always some weird shit happening, but to wake up and it's like, yo, the bridge is gone.
It's horrible now, bro. You can't. Whenever you wake, I don't know about you guys, but every time I wake up, there's always death. Somebody
damn
died.
it. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Somebody died. I don't know who, where, what, when, why. Somebody's dead.
That's pretty dark, man.
It's fucked up, but
Yeah,
it's
you know
true.
you'll find truth to that. Go on TikTok and go through the searches. Every time I go on TikTok and I click the search tab, there's always a headline that says XXX this person dead at 25. Like every day. I'm like, and these are people like, what the hell? Someone really dying like a celebrity's dying every day. It's crazy shit.
You know one thing? Maybe it's because we're potting now, so I kind of have to be more engaged on social media. Have you ever opened like Instagram or TikTok or something, and then and you hear someone like it's a reel or something or a video, and someone has like a social media voice on?
Yeah.
Have you noticed this?
Oh, like they're not using their own voice; they're using like a
I'm
voiceover.
like, there's no way in fucking hell that you talk every day in this voice. Hey guys, so today we're gonna come with me to Fortino's where we buy overpriced oranges. Bro, there's no way.
Yo.
What happened to the world, bro? Nobody talks like that.
It's
for the
I can't even
algorithm,
hate on
man.
it because people make a living off of it now. Like people are making like 6 figures just
For the algorithm,
doing
bro.
content. Yeah, like you said, for the algorithm.
Bro, bring back bullying, man. Fuck.
Hey.
Bring back bullying. What happened? Back in the day when mans used to be on Nickelodeon and shit. You know, you see that dude in the varsity jacket
Bullying everyone.
bullying everyone?
The jock.
Yeah, the jock, the fucking autistic jock.
Oh,
Sorry, I don't know if I can
God.
say that.
Oh my goodness.
Yikes.
We can't even talk about Nickelodeon anymore, but we'll get to that. But yo, let's move on to our next topic. Yo, did he do it?
Did he do it?
Did he do it?
Did that make sense?
don't know,
Did
did
he
he?
do it?
Did he?
All right, let's shed some.
Allegedly, he took the last train to Paris and he's gone.
Yo, it's the white Bronco all over again. This time with a multi-million-dollar jet.
He's gone, bro. He's gone.
Yo, so
Once again, if you're living under a rock,
yeah, if you are living under a rock and you have no idea what's going on, we're not even gonna catch you up to speed with what's been going on. You should know by now, but we'll tell you what did happen as of recently. So, officials have raided 2 of Diddy's homes on Monday. Law enforcement sources confirmed the
Sean Diddy Combs.
Yep, Sean Diddy Combs, also known as Brother Love, also known as
Brother Love.
P Diddy, Puff Daddy. As part of a federal sex trafficking investigation led by Homeland Security.
Not even the FBI or not even FBI.
No way Homeland
I've
did
never
that.
heard of Homeland Security
Someone-
actually doing anything.
You know, I seen someone tweet. Someone said, "Yo, Homeland Security's for terrorists." The hell did Diddy do?
What did he do? What did you do? Oh, yo, there's so many things I could say. Oh,
Oh, Homeland was a TV show, bro.
my God. So sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. So the raid was carried out 4 months after the Cassie lawsuit. Helicopters and agents were swarming the crib Monday afternoon. Footage of the scene appeared to show some men, later identified as both of his sons, detained and waiting outside the Homely Hills house. Officials were also present at Combs' Miami residence. He was in Florida at the time of the raid, according to NBC News, and officials reportedly seized his phone before he was scheduled to leave to the Caribbean.
Went to the Caribbean.
So from what I understand, his private jet, flew out of LA like minutes before he got raided, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's gone. He dipped. He's gone." Little did we know.
They said, yo, we need your phone, bro. Where you going?
Yo, his plane left. Apparently, he was in Miami. And I don't know if y'all seen that video, but there's a video of him just walking
back and forth. Yeah.
You're like, oh, this might be. Yo,
It's not looking good.
I know
bro.
that walk,
he's
bro.
like, this might be it. That walk was not looking good.
Yo, so my question to you guys is, what the hell is going on, yo? And are we witnessing the end of?
I thought you guys would know. I'm not really a Diddy fan.
So yo,
like that.
I'm gonna cross my fingers because, like I said, we talked about this on the last podcast, and everything magically disappeared. So I don't know what it is with these celebrities and doing all this fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Like sex trafficking, underage girls, underage boys, underage everything.
No
like,
Diddy.
Like, bro, what is going on? Like everything that and Ryan Garcia said it, man. Celebrities be doing some crazy shit, and now it's coming out. It's all
That's
coming
funny
out.
how he went ape on social media, and everyone was like, "Yo, this guy has like CTE. He been hitting the head too many times," and then this just happened like literally few weeks, couple weeks after.
Man, that's crazy, man. Like, what? I feel like all this is a lot more common than we thought.
Yeah.
But
There's definitely an underground ring with just a lot of weird stuff going on.
Bro, there has to be.
Because,
How many billions and billions of dollars are in. I'm pretty, bruh.
Yo, and apparently he sold all his shares from Revolt.
He did?
Yeah.
Revolt TV?
If you guys don't know, Revolt was his media production company. He sold all his shares, so he no longer owns Revolt. Yeah,
Owns it
like
now.
it's getting mad shaky right now, yo.
he was an anonymous buyer, I believe.
Yeah, that's what they said. Anonymous buyer. It's getting mad shaky for homie. And as usual, thoughts and prayers to the real victims, the real people who were actually involved with this shit. You know, like I said, we always try to make light out of a situation, but we also want to make sure we're using these topics to shed light on a bigger conversation like sex trafficking and shit. You know, that is the harsh reality is that's the real shit that's going on. You know, and hopefully something like this brings more light and brings more conversations to these kind of things. You know, but
I feel like though there's more coverage and there's more, for lack of a better word, like reaction from the public to Diddy on this than there was to like Epstein.
Yeah.
I think because he's more of a media presence.
Yeah.
Epstein was just some rich guy. Diddy producing music. You see him all over the place. Jay-Z.
And I think because so many celebrities are involved now, like as I was trying to discuss in the last pod, like a lot of people are not in tune with politics. So if you're looking at Jeffrey Epstein and if it's like, oh, he was with Prince Andrew, you know, if you know nothing about politics, you're just like, okay. Yeah. But if it's like, oh, you know, Diddy was with 13-year-old Justin Bieber, you're like,
I know that guy.
Wait a minute. I mean, like, you seen the video of him and Usher, like that one. It was just like, whoa, man. We used to wake up at what? Yo, but yeah, that's all I'll say before they cancel us again. But
There's actually, I'm gonna bring up some a little something too. So, there are a couple of news stories on this. I watched some videos. Diddy, his head of security was this guy. I believe his name was Fahim Muhammad. My bad for calling you out, bro.
Heard about
If you're listening to this, yo, my bad. I'm just talking about it. This guy was the head of security for Michael Jackson back in the day. And at the time, he was only 21 years old. Bro, Michael Jackson was and is by far the biggest entertainer, musician in the world. Yeah. The question came up, why is a 20, and he was 20, like I said, he was 21 at the time. What is a 21-year-old doing as this guy's head of security? And now if we dig a little bit deeper, he graduated school. He had a business degree in, I believe, finance and real estate. Mm-hmm. What exactly does that have to do with
security?
What does that have to do with personal protection? So now, a lot of things are coming about Michael Jackson, where he overdosed and obviously passed away. Yeah. But the thing about this Mr. Muhammad is that whenever P. Diddy or any of his affiliates got into issues in LA or Miami, it's call this guy and he's gonna get you out on whatever. So the big example was apparently Diddy and his son were involved in a shooting at an LA-based studio. A lot of evidence pointed to them that the shooting happened inside the studio. And Mr. Muhammad somehow, with his connections to LAPD, convinced detectives, investigators, that the shooting happened outside when there was clear evidence that there was blood in the water. Like, the setting of the shooting was inside. So what does this guy know? What does this guy have power of? Yo, my bad, bro. Who is this? Who is this guy?
The fuck is you, cuh?
And I just pulled it up. So according to and it's all from the Lil Rod lawsuit against P. Diddy. Once again, Fahim Muhammad, referred to as Mr. Muhammad, was the head of his security team. Mr. Muhammad had the power to make problems and people disappear. He also had connections within law enforcement. P. Diddy instructed his staff to always contact Mr. Muhammad if they are ever pulled over by police in Miami or California. That's fucking crazy.
People and problems disappear.
Yo, and he's not even a lawyer. Like, you call your lawyer for that shit.
If I had the power to make people and problems disappear, I'd abuse the shit out of it.
Yo, can we ask Biggie and Tupac for their opinions on this?
Wow.
People and problems.
Yeah, man. Like, as I said, man, I don't really want to get too deep into it because we saw what happened to our last episode.
Yeah, so we are stretched for time right now.
So I think it's time we head on over to Prab's part. So, Prab, you want to tell us?
Time already?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You want to tell us what's been going on, man, with Canadian politics?
Canadian politics?
Yeah, or
whatever. Secretly, I think that's what got us canceled. I think Prab's part was very controversial.
You guys missed, since the episode never came out, we now have a new segment called Prab's Part.
Yes, you heard it right.
Yes,
very anticipated.
Yeah, so this is where Prab breaks down what's been going on in Canadian politics, in the city of Brampton, or overall just keeping his ear to the streets, as we say, So
not much has changed since the last episode, or the hidden episode, episode 2. Yeah. The newest shit that came out was the Conservative Party pushed a motion for no confidence in the government.
I heard about that.
So for those who don't know or who don't follow politics really, it's pretty much the opposition party, which is the party that's not elected into government, has the ability to push for a no confidence vote. And what that pretty much means is if the rest of Parliament, which is the elected people in Canada, they can either agree for or disagree, which triggers an election earlier than it was supposed to. So I believe right now, election's not scheduled for another year. So this would have brought the election up earlier. And pretty much what happened was the Conservative Party said, hey, this carbon tax thing that's going on, nobody likes. Nobody likes it. And we want to use this as ammunition to trigger a vote of no confidence.
Yeah.
Because there was a petition going around with like 300,000, it's probably more now, 300,000 Canadians, like citizens, have signed saying we don't trust the government.
Yeah.
Which is, in my opinion,
I mean, think about it.
It's not wrong.
Everywhere you go, people are shitting on Trudeau, bro.
It's
people
horrible.
Who don't even know nothing about politics would be like, bro, like I was at the gas station and the dude was just like, fucking Trudeau.
You just fill up gas?
Filling up gas is like
as he pumps his 94 octane?
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, so
in his Toyota Camry, fucking Trudeau.
The hybrid or the regular one?
Conservative
hybrid.
Party.
The hybrid, and he's complaining about gas prices.
The Conservative Party pushed for a vote of no confidence. Didn't go through. The Bloc Québécois and the NDP party, of course, were gonna side with the Liberals. So it didn't go through. I think it was more of a power play to show them that like, we don't really fuck with you like that.
But it's also a power play because when election season comes, Pierre Poilievre could at least say like, "Yo, I stood by my word. I at least tried to get the guy out of here."
I think every politician is corrupt.
Yeah.
But the thing that doesn't make sense to me is people on the ground every day. I'm not talking about I'm talking to everyday people. They're the people with the problems. Mm-hmm. So why is it that the politicians are voting for vote of no confidence? I feel like
it should be the people.
Should it not be the people who are who elected?
That's true democracy. In my opinion, that's true democracy. If there's supposed to be a vote of no confidence, it should be the people of Canada voting for the no confidence. Because the main issue is, since carbon tax, which is the big focal thing, like it's the main thing that's driving this new
bro, that carbon tax is no joke. I heard
it's fucked up, like, bro. Allegedly, since it was instated, carbon tax has collected $20 billion.
That's fucked.
$20 billion.
$20 billion. Allegedly, it's a revenue neutral tax, which means whatever is collected is not inherited by the government. It's paid back in some way. Only $18 billion has been paid back. So there's $2 billion unaccounted for.
$2 billion?
$2 billion.
Yo, somebody check Trudeau's bank account right now. Yo, somebody pull up the stats.
If I'm missing $5 in my bank account, I am going to HR, bruh. Somebody's got to answer for this.
$2 billion.
$2 billion.
Not to mention the 80 mil apparently that ArriveCan cost, even though it was supposed to cost like $70K.
Don't get me started on ArriveCan. That shit was so crazy, bro, and that the way they got away with that. If you don't know what happened with ArriveCan, that should be enough to tell you that this government is just all bullshit.
I think all governments fuck.
So my question is to the audience, to people watching, to anyone with their, like I said, with their feet on the ground, what do we do about this? Are we gonna sit here and wait 2025 for an election? Carbon tax went up 23%. It's about to go up 23 or 21% on April 1st.
Gas is supposed to go to like $1.80. Shit like that.
Is everyone going to sit here and watch?
Bro,
how can the everyday person affect this more? How can it be more effective?
But I think, and it sucks because once again we were talking about this on the last pod, but it goes back to what I was saying about everyday people not being educated on the basics of politics. At the end of the day, you don't need to know the ins and outs, but politics is one of those things where there is no right or wrong answer. I think everything is just about look at what you believe in, look at what you think is right, what you think is wrong. Look at the different political parties, which ones stand close to your beliefs, and you go out and you vote. And I say vote because a lot of people our age especially do not vote, and they don't think there's a difference in voting, right? But the thing is, if everybody thinks that way, that's a whole. Who
if
knows?
300,000 people think like that, that's 300,000 votes that haven't been cast in either direction.
I have no faith in this. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. You always hear that, like, the older you get, the more senile you get.
Yeah.
I have no faith in the population as it is and the new generation of people coming up.
Bro, everyone's just TikToking their life away, bro. People don't realize.
As long as you can hit a little dance move.
Yeah.
Bro.
Hey, yo, by the way, y'all let me know if you want to see us dance on this podcast.
I'm not dancing, guys.
Yeah, you can say you're not dancing, and then when it
I can
wasn't.
two-step.
I'm not dancing.
Listen, Prab, I got footage of you on a TikTok couple years ago. If you want me to,
I'm well aware.
If you want me to,
well aware.
So you can do it for whoever that was.
Tried it once.
There ain't no way you not doing it for this podcast, Prab.
Not for me. Trust me.
It's gonna be for you,
Trust
Prab.
me, my brother
Nickelodeon came out with a documentary.
Whenever he can.
Listen.
My brother will bring that shit up whenever he can. I'm well aware of what I have done.
Well, you're gonna be.
Do not judge me on my past. Judge me on who I am.
You're gonna be judged on
what kind of Tumblr ass.
You're gonna be judged on the dance you're about to do for this next podcast.
No, say that again. Brad was like, "What'd you say?"
Do not judge me on my past. Judge me for who I am currently.
You're the guy that did the podcast dance, the TikTok dance years ago. Listen, y'all let us know. I'm gonna figure this out.
Who wants gotta pay me for that?
And you know what? Not. Perhaps specifically gonna do a dance for the podcast. Y'all let this guy. We gonna get into that.
Two-step.
We gonna get into that a little bit. But let's move on.
Yeah, Nickelodeon. You guys been hearing what's been going on about that? The new documentary. It's called Quiet on Set. It's available on Disney, not Disney Plus. Discovery Plus, which I don't know a single soul subscribed to Discovery Plus. If you're subscribed to Discovery Channel, that's kind of, I don't know. It tells me more about you as a person. But it's a new documentary detailing the abuse of child actors during Nickelodeon's prime. It's been released. It's out. It's 4 episodes out so far. It's been taking the internet by storm because it's just been revealing a lot of shit. If you haven't seen it, it's basically a surviving Nickelodeon doc detailing the abuse and nature of Dan Schneider on his cast, crew, and writers.
Wait, Dan Schneider?
Dan Schneider.
The guy who made every single Nickelodeon show.
Created by Dan Schneider.
Yeah. Mr. Schneider himself. It's basically, so the first episode is about Dan Schneider's relationship with Amanda Bynes. And
Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, the
From
Amanda
the
show.
90s.
Yeah,
Amanda
the
Bynes
Amanda show and all that. And also some of the people who were on all that, speaking about what they saw or what they felt. But one thing that's important about this doc is that it's not just about Dan Schneider. There's a lot of creeps that worked at Nickelodeon that were later charged with pedophilia and like child porn and stuff like that. So the doc goes on to describe from different perspectives, like the people who worked there as like senior writers and the actual kids, right? And the parents who were starting to see weird shit going on. And one of the big revelations in the doc is that Drake from Drake and Josh comes in, and for the first time ever, he basically breaks down that he was sexually assaulted by one of the employees, one of the acting coaches. And it was a big lawsuit at the time, like in the early 2000s, but his identity was never disclosed until now that, it was actually Drake from Drake and Josh. Back then, it was just like no one knew it was him.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty.
That makes sense now that I think back, like on it, the way those shows were kind of set up and recorded.
Yeah. Like if
some of the scenes,
and it talks about that too. So for example, like why do they have Ariana Grande, like?
Yo, what are you doing? What are you doing?
That's what they have her doing.
Yo, they can't see what the
do that on camera.
That's what they have her doing.
Yo, the laptop is covering what he's doing right now.
Why do they have Ariana Grande? Like, I can't even explain it, bro. I can't even explain it.
Yo,
bro, I'm telling you.
Explain yourself.
Bro, we'll play the clip. We'll play the clip. We'll just play the clip, bro.
I don't even want.
That's why Cartoon Network is the greatest network ever created. No,
all right, so let's break this down a little bit. So,
mind you, so let's just start with the writing, right? Everything and all this stuff has been making, like, before this documentary, everybody's been starting to catch on to this, but if you look at all the writing in the early Nickelodeon shows, you see some weird shit where it's like,
some of the jokes.
Some of these jokes are pretty like weird to give for a kid to read. For example, you know, like I was trying to say with Ariana Grande, why is she trying to like squeeze juice out of a potato? You know, like why is she?
I don't remember what that.
Why is she pouring water all over herself? You know, why are these little kids wiggling their feet in the camera and having people like yeah, you get me? Like this is stuff that at the time the kids don't realize what's going on.
Yeah, because you know we're little kids watching it, and you're like, yo,
it's goofy. Yeah, it's goofy.
You know, you're like a little 5-6-year-old.
But now they have them in the interviews like, yo, when you really look back at it, Like, this is kind of messed up, you know?
Yo,
I think that's what happens though when you have like child actors.
what are their parents doing?
I kid you not. I'm pretty sure majority of these parents who have child actors are just not even paying attention, just collecting a check, and then just living their best life.
So the story with Drake is actually sad, like Drake Bell, because Drake's dad. So Drake and his dad got into acting together. Like, he helped him get into everything, right? And once he got into Nickelodeon, his dad started seeing the weird shit before Drake realized what was going on. And he actually tried to fight for him and say, like, yo, I don't want... Like, he tried going to HR and saying, like, yo, I'm not comfortable with this person near my son because it's kind of weird. And he... Basically, the person who ended up abusing Drake, he called it before anybody. He's like, yo, I don't like that guy. And what happened is the abuser ended up feeding Drake, like, hey, like, your dad shouldn't be your manager. You know, he's stealing your money.
He was grooming him?
He was grooming him, basically. Like, you know, he shouldn't be your manager. He's stealing money. No one on the set likes him. And what happens is that Drake looks up to this guy because he's obviously worked in the industry for a while, et cetera. And it hinders the relationship between the dad. So now, you know, he's told, okay, Drake doesn't want you as his manager anymore. And there's a point in the doc that is pretty sad where he's like, yo, like, I'll give you guys all the bank accounts. I'll give you everything to transfer everything over. But do not let Drake be alone with that guy. And what happens is the mom ends up being tricked by the guy and stuff starts happening, right? Because they're alone together. And it's consistent.
When I think about it from an outside standpoint, yo, we can never let that happen. But I feel like when you're in it,
it's different.
When you're a little kid watching these TV shows, you're probably like, oh man, I wish I was an actor. I wish I was, you know, in the end. And then you hear all this when you're growing up and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
You're just like, yo.
It's sad to watch, bro, because there's scenes from the Amanda Show and all that I'm like, man, I remember that. Like, I remember the lobsters. Like, you remember in all that, the pickle guy? He was one of the guys that got charged for, like, pedophilia and child porn. The guy with the pickles.
No way.
The pickles. Yeah, he was one of the abusers on set. So it's just crazy
and
watching.
Of course his main thing is a pickle.
Feeding people pickles. Feeding people pickles.
If only I'd known.
Oh.
If only I'd known.
Wait, yo.
That's 2024 for you. Fuck.
Yo, everything's coming. We got Diddy in the music industry blowing shit up. We got Dan. Yo, we didn't even say Dan. Yo, Dan Schneider, if you watching this, watch out.
Yeah. Man.
Watch out. Oh, I don't know if I can say that, but watch out.
You cannot say that. Yeah, it's a sad doc to watch.
That's crazy, man.
If you guys get a chance, definitely try to pirate it.
I don't know if you can say that. Hey, yo.
Watch it however you can.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Discovery Plus and watch
Subscribe to Discovery Plus.
Do not subscribe to Discovery Plus.
My goodness.
Or Amazon Prime through Discovery Plus and watch it. Or fmovies.com. All right.
F what movie?
Okay. So, down, bro. That's
Prab, you want to tell us about your Copacabana experience? I remember you were telling us.
Oh my God!
What's going on
you
with
guys have been to Copacabana, right?
I've been there twice, I believe.
Yeah.
So Copacabana, for those who do not know, Copacabana is
very
like
what?
What'd you say?
Yo, let the man talk. Bro.
No, what'd you say?
I let the man talk, bro.
All right, whatever. So Copacabana is a Brazilian steakhouse.
Yeah.
It's a something steakhouse.
Somewhere.
It's a something food place, restaurant, whatever. I didn't know. I felt like I was a child actor when I went.
Whoa! They were serving the meat.
Yeah. No Diddy. I didn't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no Diddy. Yeah.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So we went to Copacabana, a few of us, right? And I'm assuming like, yo, it's normal. Like, yo, you go in, you order whatever food you want to get. Because I heard it was like buffet style. You just, whatever you want to get, you just tell them and they'll bring it to you. So I thought it was like, all right, cool. This is dope. It's a nice like restaurant or whatever. I did not know that a bunch of guys walk around with skewers of meat.
Yo.
no Diddy. And they like come to your table.
Yo, Prab.
And they like just cut off a sliver of like, you know, like.
What do you mean by come to your table?
Yo,
Like they walk up to your table to serve you, no Diddy, and they like, yo, you want some of whatever they have. They're like, yo, you want some? And they're like, yeah, I'm hungry, I'm gonna take some. So I'm like, yeah, I'll get some. So you get little tongs, and they cut off little like bite-sized, 2-bite brownie-sized pieces. And then you have to go and reach over and grab it.
why you grabbing it like that?
Every time, because the man doesn't pull up right beside you and
My
just
goodness.
like, you know what I mean. He
Out here grabbing meat, bro.
on purpose. I swear to God,
Pause.
stands in the other corner.
No Diddy.
No, Diddy.
I didn't know it was like that. I felt like a clown eating. I'm like, please, sir, can I have some more? Bro,
His stomach is grumbling, man.
bro, and it's like
You had to beg, man.
a bunch of like you have to wave the man down with his meat skewer. I'm like, bro, what's going on, bro?
Please.
Bro, like what? And then like, God forbid he skips over you. Now you're calling him back. Like, don't go anywhere.
Yo, Prab, never go back to Copacabana
I'm never
again,
going
bro.
back to Copacabana.
This has turned you into
and then the man's hit you with the $200 bill, and you only had like
Did he
20
tip?
grams of food, bro.
You're out
What
here.
is
You're out
going
here.
on?
You're still hungry.
I had to
You're
go to
looking around
McDonald's
for more-
after.
For more.
I had to go to McDonald's
That's
after. I was
fucking
still
hilarious
hungry.
because the McDonald's was right beside the Copacabana.
Bro, I was starving.
I hit the left on Highway 7.
Yo,
and
it was right
into the
there.
drive-thru.
I was like, ain't no way I paid 2
Yo.
bills.
Yeah, imagine you're sitting there waiting for like an hour and a half. You get a couple of this. The man hands you a bill. Open it, $250, and then he looks at you. Don't forget the tip.
Bro,
worst-
I'm never going back to Copacabana.
The
That's
worst
crazy,
meal
man.
I ever paid for was at the. So you guys ever been to the restaurant at the top of the CN Tower?
Nah.
So if you
I
go
ain't
all the way
fly
to the
like
top
that.
of the CN Tower, there's a restaurant where it's like 5-star dining, right? And really, you're just paying for the view because the view just keeps like the
Rotating
tables
and
spin,
shit,
like
yeah.
the platform spins, right? So you're getting a 360 view of the whole city. But bro, it's like tiny ass portions, bro. You paying an expensive ass bill. Like I remember I went there, I was like, yo, I'm gonna go Wendy's or something after, bro. Like this is like nothing here. It's crazy. Like, you know,
that's
like
too expensive for.
I don't know. Like I feel like when, especially the dining experience today, is so crazy because it's people doing beyond the bare minimum, and it's like don't forget to tip.
Yo,
don't
carbon
tip.
tax.
Yeah,
Well,
Yo.
yeah, $17 for a side of fries. Yo,
Bro, I'm telling you, this new generation is so soft. Yeah. So soft.
man.
and people be tipping just to be like
Just be nice.
be nice. Like they
I
don't.
don't want the waiter to be upset with me. Bitch.
Bro, I had a man look me in my face and say no tip, and I said no tip.
No Diddy.
Pause.
No Diddy, bro. No Diddy.
No Diddy.
Yo, man was just quiet. Man was like, oh, come on. I'm like,
Might as well forget your food to bring
Just
out your food and then be like, oh yeah, don't forget the tip. 13, was it 15%?
Yo.
bro, no,
15% is standard.
It's 18 now.
It's 18%.
It's 18 because when people hand you the machine, like when you're at the Starbucks and they turn the machine to you, it don't be starting at 15% anymore. It's 18% now. 18, 25, like 22, 30.
We don't
Yo,
go to Starbucks.
yo,
We boycott Starbucks.
I was at Subway the other day, and the girl, yo, shout out, I can't remember what her name is, but she made me a fantastic Subway sub. And she turned the little, you know, the turnstile. She's like, you know, here, pay. I seen the tip. I seen how much I could have tipped. I looked at her and I hit no tip.
That's
And
all you got to do, man.
My bad. I
That's all
apologize.
you got to do.
Yo, times are tough, man.
That's all you got to
Carbon
do.
tax,
man.
bro.
Times are tough.
23%.
I'm sorry. I'm not one of those guys.
Afford it.
However, I do believe, to an extent, if you could, because the other side of the argument would be like, oh, if you could afford to eat out, you could afford the tip. Pause. But it depends on the service being provided. Like I go out to eat, and it's like the person's checking in on us, the person's bringing our food, the person's actually making us feel like we're getting the full-on dine-in experience. Yeah, you should tip. You know, like you should.
Yeah.
They should be. You know, it's just customary to me. Customary, but what's happening is that like you go into like Denny's and they're not checking on you for like the whole meal.
I'm dehydrated out there. at Denny's,
Bro, I was at Denny's and like we were thirsty. We had to go. Excuse me, boy, am I parched?
Oh, yo.
Boy, wow. I have never been this thirsty in my life just to get some attention, bro.
Is water free around here?
Which one did you go to?
You know which one I went to, man. I'm not gonna say it out here.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna blow up my spot.
Yeah, you gonna walk in next time? Just
It
dirty
depends.
looks.
If there's one, I don't know. I don't want to give it away, but there's one that I go to or I used to go to where the guy knows me. Did you go with me?
Of course, yeah, man.
Does
my
he drive
boy,
the
man.
little yellow,
My boy, bro, he knows.
the little yellow dinky car? Does he drive that?
Yo, he said he's not gonna. He's not trying to expose him, bro.
Chill, we're not doing
He's not trying to expose him.
all I know is I get VIP service from Denny's.
All right, good to know, man. If only, man.
If only.
A homeboy.
But yeah, man, tipping is getting crazy. You know.
You know
So-
what? You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Have you ever been out to eat with a group of people?
Yeah.
And like it's a group. It's a group. So it's like maybe at least 5-6 people, but not everyone orders the same thing.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're about to go with this.
Orders the same thing or gets the same portion sizes, or I ate before I came because I'm broke. I'm not trying to.
You ordered spinach dip and didn't finish it.
Or spinach dip and don't finish it. And the bill. It's time for the bill.
They try to split that shit
And
evenly.
you're split the bill evenly. Oh my god, bro!
Yo, I see the craziest video. Man's like really fighting. Like, fuck you. Like, bro, I just had a soup.
Yo.
Y'all was eating lamb. Y'all was eating lamb and lobster. I just had a soup.
Y'all
Fuck you,
filet
mean-
mignon.
What?
That's like $50 bill for some
Yo,
ice water.
I'm saying this because I live it. I do it. You can ask both of them. If you go out with people, bro, just yo, if somebody looks at you and says, "Yo, you got this," you have to say yes. You have to say yes.
Yes. It
Because-
depends on who you with.
Right. That's what I mean. Like,
You guys-
if you're out with people and let's say you don't know them like that, this kind of thing is always gonna happen. Bro, I will not allow it to. If
Nah, see, for me, it's different. For me, is if I'm gonna try to get the bill regardless, don't matter, because that's how I don't know. Maybe this is weird. That's how I am, but like I'm always try to find a way to pay for everything.
Two big shots talking right now.
It's me and him,
Mr.
Me and him,
Mr. Amex,
Yeah,
me and him.
two big shots
But
talking.
if somebody's like, "Yo, you got this," to me, I'm not paying for nothing.
yeah, those situations, yeah, that's a little bit different. But I'm saying like yo. I hate when people, you want to go? Let's go out. Let's go have a good time. Sorry, bro, I can't afford it. Bro, I'm not asking you to go out and spend your money. If I'm inviting you out,
Got you covered.
That's
you
different,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? That's how I am.
That's different, yeah.
Bro, I hate when it's like, everyone has different circumstances. I'm trying to go out and have a good time with people. Let's go out and have a good time. Don't worry about paying for a meal. Don't worry about this. We're going to go out. We're going to have a good time.
But this is you, man.
Nobody gotta stress.
That's the last of a dying
there's
breed.
a lot-
That's the last of a dying breed. No one's like
yeah,
that no more.
I was just about to say that because there's a lot of, especially today, people
I also
do
be like,
not-
"Oh, you're paying? Let me get the." Yeah, they do, bro. There's people who do wild shit now.
That's what I'm saying. In those situations, like, it's obviously different. Like, no one's going to look at me and be like, yo, you can get this? Nah, because everyone knows how I am, right? I can't speak for those. I don't have people around me like that, so I don't have to worry about that, right? If somebody is like that, they pay it. We ain't got to worry about that. I've never had something like that where it's like I've had to pay for someone that I didn't want to pay for.
Yeah.
It's
I
always
did.
me.
I did.
You're a better man than me.
I did.
I just say my shit don't
we
work,
were
bro.
supposed to get ice cream. Do you remember this?
No, that was my fault. That was my fault. Yo,
I had to pay for somebody.
So let's tell the story real quick before we move on. So we were on vacation. We went to a cottage. We was around somewhere around Blue Mountain, and we went to Blue Mountain, that little village, And there's
Expensive as shit, by the way. That village.
I'm sure Prab knows.
That village is expensive as shit.
Yes, I'm aware.
So
Yo.
we went out. I remember we went out for pizza. We made a day of it.
we had a fun time,
We had, until that. So whatever. We had invited. One of our good friends had invited his friend. So me and Prab didn't know this guy. Our friend, it was his friend. So now we're there. We're waiting. We're like, yo, let's get some ice cream. And me, like, I don't even like, yo, let's get ice cream. We're here for ice cream.
One of our
was like,
boys
okay.
wanted ice cream.
Right, somebody wanted. Oh, Sean wanted ice cream.
Yeah, fucking Sean wanted ice cream.
So
dumbass Sean.
So we go to order, right? And now remember how I was just saying I like to, do stuff. I'm pretty sure Prab was like, yo, I got this, right? So everyone's like, all right, whatever. So I got something, Prab got something, Sean got something. And then me and my dumbass, the way I am, I looked at big homie who no one even knows. I'm like, yo, get yourself
you
something,
want, bro?
Get yourself something.
Any size.
And then this guy went and ordered, and then Prab's looking at me like, yo, bro, what are you doing?
Look at this guy, bro.
I'm like, what happened? Anything? I'm like, oh no, this guy. Oh, Prab had, I made Prab pay.
And I hit my head on the door.
Yo, Prab had a concussion at that point too. Prab hit his head hard as hell on the top of this guy's door.
Yeah, there's a video of me with a giant ice. You know the ice bags you get from the gas station?
Yo,
there's an ice bag on my head because I hit my head on the door.
And while he was concussed, he had to pay for some random guy's ice cream.
Like, yo, what are you doing?
Yo, and remember that ice cream wasn't cheap.
I didn't even finish mine. I throw it out.
Put it on top of it. He put it on top of his head.
I just let that shit melt.
That was a tough one. I felt mad. I felt bad about that one. That was tough.
Holy.
When I realized what I did.
Okay.
Like,
What did I say before? I don't know.
Don't judge me for the man I was.
Don't judge me for what I did in the past.
Tumblr ass quote, bro.
Oh Lord.
Man.
My goodness.
All right, yeah, let's move on, bro. Carjackings.
Oh boy.
Carjackings, man. I'm gonna take it back to Prab's part, because Prab, you got your ear to the streets, you know what's going on. Prab, what the fuck is happening, bro? Like people, like what the police is saying to leave our keys.
Oh my, bro,
at the door.
The police are useless. Crooked cops, crooked politicians. It just goes back to this new generation, this new wave of people fucking growing up. Just there's no hustle no more, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there is, but it's the wrong hustle.
Yeah.
There's I don't know what the percent is, but there's been a huge increase in the number of auto thefts in all of Canada, I think, now. You have people putting air tags in their vehicles, which to me makes no sense.
Because the police is not even doing anything about that.
The police will call, when you get on the phone with the police, they'll literally tell you, like, yo, we're busy. We'll be there in like an hour. By that time, your car is in a shipping container in the middle of the ocean, probably heading for a bridge.
Bro. My car is in West Africa.
So I never understood that. People are like, yo, buy air tags. Even my bro, I was talking to my brother about this. He's like, yo, because I was like, yo, we'll buy a pack of air tags, throw one in every car. And he told me, he brought up a good point. He's like, yo, by the time you figure out where the car is and you go there,
so
it's gone.
So there's a story I have. There's a person who will not be named, and basically what happened is that they got their car stolen, right?
Yo, let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah.
What's that person's name?
Their name is a person that will not be named.
Damn.
Yeah. So that person got their car stolen. That was a good one.
You missed 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah. But yeah, they got their car stolen. They had an air tag in it. They called the police like, yo, it's at this address. The car is at this
They're
address.
not doing nothing.
Bro, the police pull up. This is some like Scooby-Doo shit, bro. Like some like like they pull up, the car is in the garage. But because it's not on the driveway.
Is this like a warehouse or are we talking like a residential street?
This is a residential crib.
So somebody stole the car and brought it to somebody's house?
Parked it in the garage. Here in my garage.
They put it back in. No, so they stole the car and brought it home. And they parked it in their garage.
Yo.
You get me? And they parked it in the garage, right? So the air tag is like, yo, it's at this exact house. Police come. They don't see the car in the driveway. So they're like, oh, there's nothing we could do. We can't
search.
We can't search the house, we don't warrant or whatnot. Bro, and this is where I was lying, because if this was me, I'd be losing my shit. Yo, so the next day, the air tag goes from the house to the shipping ports.
That's how it is. That's how it is.
Yo, the house to the shipping ports. And he calls them. They call them and like, yo, it's at the shipping ports. And it's like, oh, it's out of our jurisdiction. It's like, there's nothing.
You're useless, bro. What did I say? There's videos and photos of people putting like, the what do they call the bollards?
Oh, in Malton, they
The
had
cement blocks that
Yeah.
and they're like, just get one
in
of
the
those.
driveway.
What are you talking about?
Bro.
Get one of those? What am I?
I gotta
a
install this shit on my
convenience store?
driveway.
Are you kidding me? And then the other one recently, what was it? Toronto? Somebody from police department in Toronto was like, "Yo,
The commissioner, whoever, the top
Was
dog.
it the commissioner?
Yo, it was some fat old white guy. So
man
he was
said,
up
yo,
there.
just
my
leave
goodness.
the
You know he was
just
up
leave
there.
the keys in the front of
Oh,
the
my
house.
bad, bro. I don't know. My bad.
Leave the keys just in the front by the front door. You know, they're only there for the car. Let them take the car.
All right, listen. Once again, we come back to this. We as the citizens are being wronged, yet our voice is not being heard.
Yeah.
Why is it that they're telling us to let these people take our cars, not helping us when it happens, and then when you go and file your insurance, because you pay your insurance every month, they give you a hard time, and they try not to cover it.
Yeah.
And we got all... Bro, I was thinking about this today. If you get into a car accident, it's probably the worst part of your life because then you got to prove to the insurance company that you didn't that you know that you're not at fault. If you were at fault, your premiums go up. You got to pay somebody else. When bad things happen, bam, 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 bam. The good side of things that's supposed to help you, being a good driver, you know, whatever, right? Things like that, bro. There's no positives to being a good citizen right now.
Yeah.
You pay your taxes on time, now you're getting taxed 23% carbon tax. You let these people take your car as the police commissioner, whoever this guy is saying, leave your keys at the door, is saying, okay, now your car's gone, now you got to fight with insurance, now you can't drive to work, now you can't do this. Your life is getting harder. Nobody's there to help you. Why would you abide to these rules that no one is
The world's fucked.
no one's helping?
And they're getting a lot more violent too. So it's not now. It's at a point where they're breaking into the house for the sole purpose of finding the keys. So they'll bust. So before it used to be some crazy shit where they used to bring the computer. You guys probably heard, and they were like trying to like
Jack the signal.
jack the signal
Yo,
to get the car going.
my boy from work, yo, shout out to my dog Shantu, bro. This guy took a week of vacation from work to relax. Bro, you take vacation to relax, paid time off. You sit at home, you don't got to wake up and worry about work. Man wakes up, his entire security system in the house is fried, gone. Nothing's going on. His phone's going crazy. Looks outside, some guy's literally breaking into his car. They are taking down these people's security systems of their houses. Bro. And he calls the police. You know what the police have the audacity to ask my boy? Yo, are you on medication? Do you drink? Are you on any pills? Nothing crazy? And this is what you're being asked?
It's crazy
when somebody's trying to steal your car, and then if you were to
you're the bad guy if you defend yourself. If you injure them, you're the one going to court.
Come on now.
Mind you, in the States, it's like in the southern states, you know, you can stand your ground if someone's trying to do
shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah.
Come on, man. This is like I said. At what point,
bro? That's why you got to keep 3 coral bars in the car. You got to keep some seat belt rippers, and you got to keep shovels.
The thing is that you can't win. Like they could bust in your little pause, yo, but they'll literally pull up in your house. They'll bust up in your house, literally.
No, I know. I seen the videos.
They'll bust up in your house.
I'm serious, bro. They'll bust up in your house, searching the whole first floor for the keys, and you're supposed to just sit there and just watch them.
No, not just watch them. Make them like tea. Ask them if they're hungry.
You got to make sure, yo, you can't rob cars on an empty stomach.
Subways or some shit.
Can't rob cars on an empty stomach,
bro.
Yo,
they had a long drive to the shipping fucking yard.
The shipyard where there's no jurisdiction apparently. I'm gonna open my business at shipping yard. You can't come search my shit.
That shit is so crazy, man.
I want to know how much Apple's made on AirTags.
Oh, they're probably going dummy, but
that are still ineffective.
I got an AirTag in my car, but it's like there's no point because when they steal the car, I'm not gonna be able to.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do anything. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, there's my fucking car in the middle of the Atlantic.
Oh yeah, you watched the CBC Marketplace episode where they went to like a port in Nigeria, and they had the cars coming off.
Oh yeah,
and they went in the glove compartment.
They found the man's insurance.
Yeah, the dude's insurance back in Ontario. And they call him from Africa, like, yo.
But you know what's funny about that phone call? The guy on CBC pulled out the megaphone, bro. That guy pulled out a phone, extended like 3 times at the antenna from wherever he was calling, and hit the man on a solid line from wherever he was saying.
And like, yo, we found your car. He's like, oh my goodness.
Your car.
Where are you calling from? Nigeria. What?
Where it just randomly showed up. Yo,
that shit is so crazy, man. Honestly,
I think it's Optimus Prime or some shit. There's no way it's just traveling the world, bro.
Yo, this is a Nigerian prince. I need some money from you. No, I'm kidding. It's the guy from CBC. Like, come on, man. Like, what?
Oh, by the way, you just reminded me, but I'm not sure if this applies to you guys, but it has been declared that the CRA is now in debt recovery. So they are dotting their I's and crossing their T's, and they're looking for people who owe them money. Yeah,
the CRA.
The CRA. So
why don't we tell them? Why don't what? They called you?
I think they called me like the other day. You ever never
You're
get
on the
phone
list?
calls where it's like, yo, we're from the Canadian Revenue Agency. You have missed your.
I should be hanging up. Hang up right there.
Yo, you have missed your payments. We are now have a warrant issued for your arrest. What the fuck did I do, bro?
I'm just out here stocking shelves and mounting tires. And these guys trying to come after me, man. Yo, whoever took out Serb.
Yeah, so there's an article published by. Well, honestly, this is like it's old. This is last year, but it's still pretty funny to think about. The CRA has been holding back tax refunds from people it says receive pandemic benefits by mistake.
They're still paying out pandemic benefits.
No, not anymore. But they've been in debt recovery, so they're looking for everybody that they think shouldn't have gotten those funds. They're coming back now like, yeah, we're just holding your tax return, buddy. Like,
bro, the Canadian government's a fucking joke.
Yeah, why don't we ask them about that two bill?
Or the 80 mil from...
Did you hear about the $8 million they're dedicating to the study of climate change and the negative impact on democratic... I don't know what the hell it was.
Why don't they just use the missing $2 billion for that?
Wait, so you don't find it important that we should
invest in the democratic decline and the effect climate change has on it? What the hell does democratic decline of climate change even mean?
Yo, let me ask a bit of an ignorant question right now.
Okay, we're gonna give you an ignorant answer.
I think that's fair.
So, climate change, from what I understand, means the Earth is, getting hotter and hotter. Mm-hmm. Why the hell do I want to sit here in the winter? Don't I want it to be hotter? Why would I want to sit through a snowstorm when I can sit through a regular warm ass day?
I don't think that's what climate change is. I could be wrong. We'll wait till Trudeau comes back with his findings on the study.
Where's Bill Nye? Call my boy Bill Nye.
Bro,
Bill Nye, the science guy.
I love Bill Nye.
People say that, but then when you're actually when it's actually February and it's hot as hell, you're actually scared. Like, you don't be outside kind of scared.
I'm not scared. I'm outside in my t-shirt.
Bro, you're like, it's February.
As someone who loves the winter, I can't. This weather is too bipolar. I don't like this weather.
That shit is scary. Bro, like, why is it snowing still? Like, that shit's fucked up.
Bro, if Ontario became California,
that's supposed to be taking the winter tires off right
now. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I'd be sitting in my driveway just revving my engine, bro. I would have no issues.
Yeah, but California get earthquakes.
We ain't getting no earthquake. It's going to be warm. I'll sit outside in my t-shirt.
Oh, my goodness, yo.
Somebody call Bill Nye, man.
No, you know who we got to call? David Suzuki.
Where is David Suzuki?
My dog, David. I haven't heard that guy in a minute, man.
Shout out to homie David. I don't know where you are in the world, but I hope you're having a great day today. Like, it's been a minute.
I actually knew a guy named David Suzuki, but it wasn't the David Suzuki.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a clone?
I don't know. He was just some guy named David. His last name was Suzuki.
Two and two together, David Suzuki.
Yeah.
Did he care about climate?
Did he do it?
Not from what I understood.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, bro. I'm gonna get to the last topic.
Fucking
my God.
All right, yo. Prab brought this to our attention, so Prab, I'm gonna let you discuss it. What's going on in Taiwan with that guy with the insurance fraud?
Insurance fraud?
Yeah.
Oh, this is... Let me ask... Before I get there, I'm going to ask you guys a question. What's the furthest you would go for $1 million?
Not far. It ain't really doing much nowadays.
Yeah.
What would you give up? What would you personally give up for $1 million.
Maybe like one of my days off. I'd work 6 days for $1 million.
Maybe a toe.
A toe.
A toe.
Okay, that's a lot.
A toe.
So
That's 1/10 of your toe.
Someone brought this up to me.
Give
I
a
don't know
couple
if they would want me to put their name out there, so I'm not gonna. Somebody brought this up to me. There was two people in Taiwan, who were trying to commit insurance fraud. So their master plan was to dip their feet in dry ice for an extended period of time. I think it was 10 hours.
Yep.
So that they would be able to claim insurance.
Life insurance or something.
Yeah, disability.
Yeah.
So they left their feet in dry ice. This man has to amputate his legs because he spent 10 hours in dry ice. So he can't walk no more. They had to cut off his legs for a $1.3 million insurance scam. Now, when he went to the hospital, the doctors and the surgeons and everyone said, there's a little bit, something weird. Like, it's Taiwan. Where are you getting frostbite? And
that's a pretty tropical
If you
climate.
are getting frostbite, how is it that it's symmetrical? Your feet are symmetrically cut off, like need to be amputated.
At the same place.
So they investigated and they found out that him and his friend were trying to commit insurance fraud and they got locked up. So now they're going to prison. So he lost his feet and he's going to jail.
Yo, that guy was 10 toes down.
For $1 million. One, not 10 million.
Come on, man.
Not one for every toe. $1 million.
Yeah, oh, come on.
That's a man that stands on business.
He's not standing no more.
I mean, he was standing up.
That's a man that I gotta respect the courage.
Yo,
at least he can park wherever he wants.
So but it was fraud, so he doesn't get a disability sticker anymore.
It's Taiwan, bro.
Yo, oh my God,
$1 million.
So that was funny because when I was reading the story, is like the doctors were like, apparently he was trying to convince them that he was getting he got frostbite from like an outdoor activity or something, and then obviously the first question was, one, where the hell were you, and two, were you outside wearing no socks or no shoes or no pants or nothing, because it is all the way up to your calf.
These are clean cuts, bro.
Yeah, man. Everything was, there was no, oh man, they didn't. Oh, and by the way, they lost. The reason they got desperate enough for this 1.3 mil was because they lost a whole bunch of money in crypto.
Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things I would do for $1 million. I wouldn't lose my feet.
Like what? What would Prab do for $1 million?
I don't know.
The mics are on.
You would. It'd have to be a case by case basis.
All right. So Jordan said one toe.
I'd lose a toe.
Even a couple toes. Like if you told me like.
But is it one on each foot or is it like?
I'll make it even.
I would make it even.
All right.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that. I already walk with a limp as it is, so.
Oh my God.
Krispy Kreme donuts are coming to McDonald's, by the way. I just thought I should let you guys
Krispy Kreme donuts. Why do people like them?
They're kind of overrated.
Bro, there's so much sugar in them.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
It's. I don't know, man. Like it's. I could say the same about McDonald's. Like McDonald's is like it's the one thing that through decades has somehow stood the test of time.
Yeah, but Krispy Kreme, actually think about when you take a bite of a Krispy Kreme donut. Think
it's
about
like Coke, straight to your brain.
I think people like the idea of going there and taking pictures of the conveyor belt more than the actual donut.
Yeah, when you go somewhere, that's a big thing on social media. You go, you take the picture. Oh, I was here. You don't actually enjoy being there. You enjoy people seeing you being there.
Yeah.
It's like, yo.
Like fucking, what's that steakhouse in Toronto? Everyone's at
STK?
STK, bro. Oh, everybody needs to show everyone there.
That bacon I had was pretty good.
Yeah, but the mac and cheese was not. Remember? So we went to STK one time, and this was funny. So me and my boy ordered mac and cheese, and the waitress goes, for my boy to me to Prab. We're like, yo, mac and cheese. Prab looks at her. I would like a baked potato. Completely clear, not a problem. She brings mac and cheese. And
she did.
The craziest part about it was Bro, the mac and cheese was not good, man. The mac and cheese was not good.
That was heated.
Yo, that was that was a funny one.
No mac and cheese, bro. What fucking hell?
Truffle mac, yo, that shit was whack, bro.
That shit was disgusting.
That shit was not good.
Mac and cheese overrated.
Not to bounce back, but I just found something. Going back to our topic about the CRA, I just found some shit that happened. Like this came out like today. The CRA fires 232 people for falsely claiming $2,000 monthly pandemic benefit. So according to CB24, employees were inappropriately applying for and receiving CERB
Employees
and have been terminated. Yo, that's so. Not only is the CRA in debt recovery, but they got employees who were claiming CERB while working for the CRA.
Well, I'm telling you,
and you pay taxes to them.
Government's corrupt, man.
Gotcha.
Government's corrupt, man.
My God.
Bring back communism, bro.
What?
Yo, we got to talk about the serious topic, the shooting in Moscow.
That shit was fucked.
Can you guys tell me what's been going on with that? Tell
All
me,
right,
like,
so
break that down to me because I don't know too much.
So remember, this is the other side of the world where people are like, no one knows what's going on. Russia is saying one thing, Ukraine's saying one thing, Middle East is saying one. You know, it's all propaganda. No one knows what's going on. But okay. Oh, sorry. So let me explain what happened real quick. I want to get into something else, but we're gonna bring that up quick. So 3 gunmen. One was recording.
There's more than 3.
Oh,
I think it was like 11.
Oh my God! Well, however many, because I didn't look into this, I don't know the exact numbers, but there was a big shooting, and the three, I don't know how many shooters there were. I know 3 of them got caught, and those police officers messed up those gunmen.
Whoa.
Bro, one of them, I can't remember what term is when your eyeball pops out of your head.
Wow.
They shoved it back in his head after.
Whoa.
They weren't having it. One guy, excuse my vulgarity, he had they strapped his nuts to a battery.
Yeah, stop.
To a what?
To a live battery.
Stop.
A live battery.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I thought that was a mission in Modern Warfare 3.
No, that's not real. That's not real.
There's videos of it.
There's video?
There's videos of it. Right? So, they strapped his guys to the battery.
What kind of boondocks has?
Right. So now, then, the third guy, they just cut his ear off.
They cut his ear
They
off?
cut his whole ear off.
Well, that's what happens when you fuck with Russia, bro.
So, the craziest part about this is Putin, shout out, okay, I can't say that.
Re-elected.
Putin pardoned all of them for all the crimes the police officers committed to those guys. Wow. Putin's
standing on business.
My God, yeah, he didn't have his feet amputated. God damn, he was standing up.
But to go back to it, to bring a little bit like of a seriousness thing back to it.
My God,
a lot of people fucking died in that. Like some of the, I don't know if you've seen any of the videos. Like the whole fucking concert hall was on fire. People were running across the bridge to try to escape. Bro, it was bad. It was fucked. It was a fucked up thing to see.
That's
especially in
terrible.
that side of the world, because you kind of know how the U.S. deals with it, which is like, oh, everyone does an uproar, like, yo, gun control, and then nothing happens. It's just fucked up to think about, like, especially because he's claiming, Putin and the Russian government is claiming that it was an orchestrated hit.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. This is where it gets fuzzy because Russia's blaming Ukraine. Ukraine's like, yo, we didn't do nothing.
They're blaming Ukraine, Britain, and the United States.
Right. And then Middle Eastern, the Middle East is like, apparently ISIS claimed responsibility for. So now it's like, yo, you can't believe anyone because Russia's saying Ukraine because they're fighting Ukraine. Ukraine's like, yo, we just gonna kind of, stand here and not say nothing. And then, it's like everyone's pointing fingers. It's like Spider-Man. Everyone's responsible for it indirectly.
Russia,
and
it's you can't play with Russia, bro.
The only people who are losing are the civilians.
It's terrible, man.
People are losing their lives.
As always,
shout out to Jordan for bringing us back to reality.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. First of all, I just want to say, like, obviously, hearts, thoughts, prayers to everybody affected. Like, it's always heartbreaking when we think about that kind of shit going on, and you know, like people going to a concert not knowing it's, you know, their last day alive or stuff like that. Like I always think about it like that, and it's terrible that the world still have people. We still have people in the world who want to inflict, you know, just terror on other people. So that's terrible. But yo, they really tie his nuts to a live battery.
Yo,
I need to know. Like,
my God. They had this guy strapped up.
and where did you
Live.
see? Like, I need sources cited. Like, I need to know if this
Go
is
on Twitter, man. Twitter guy, yo, shout out to Elon, man. This guy promoting free speech, bro. Good luck. I don't know if you can find it now because it's been a couple days. But, man, the guy's ear, gone. The other guy's eye popped out, pushed it back in.
wow.
Yo, they were
Like,
sitting.
raw dogged his eyeball. Bro, that's fucked up.
Yo, they
Just pushed his eye back in.
Yo,
No, I want you to see this. And he just shoved it back in.
Yeah, he's like, well, not so. He tried to close his eyes. Didn't work.
Not so fast.
They had them in court looking fucked up.
Yo, the guy with the eyeball, he was like just like it looked like he wasn't around anymore. Like he was not paying attention to anything.
Bro, these guys look fucked up. Damn.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
And
if they caught the people who actually did that shit, they deserve whatever the fuck they get.
yo, Putin said whatever crimes were committed against those guys, not a problem. Official pardon. That's crazy, man.
Bro,
That's some street justice right there.
and they're stealing cars from your driveway.
Yo, 3 houses down, bro. They broke my homies. Bro, they had an S class in my three, like I said, 3 houses down from my house. They had an S class, nice new Benz. The guys broke into the house and took the Hyundai right next to them. Oh. They didn't take the S class. They took the Hyundai Tucson, bro.
It's easy to hide that shit.
Oh man, yeah, bro. If you steal the S class, there's a lot of wires and this and that and all that computer major. They look at the car like, nah, let's get the Hyundai. Oh man, that was crazy. And we got Poon out here defending his people like that. You guys want to talk about Boeing real quick?
Do we want that to be the last topic? That we wanna.
I think
We
can talk
can,
about
I feel like we can go on all night, but I feel like eventually we gotta.
Catch me up. What's going on with Boeing?
Yo.
We can talk about Boeing and then I'll do my quote of the day.
Okay. Yeah. So, yo. First of all, before I even get into that, when's the last time you guys flew? Like, do you guys like have any fear of flying or anything like that?
Stay at homer.
Yeah.
I actually flew on a first class from New York to Toronto.
First class.
Yeah,
Oh, my
crazy.
bad. My bad.
Yo,
How much leg room you have?
Yo, bro. Leg room, bro. Leg
You guys do
room.
leg presses in the fucking.
I was comfy. And guess how much I paid for the flight?
Oh, well, how much?
Bam, that's a big zero. Wow.
How'd you get the flight?
If you're listening and not watching, that's a zero.
You know what's fucked up? I have a fear of heights, but like I don't really mind airplanes.
Well, we're definitely going skydiving, by the way.
We're not going skydiving.
We're going skydiving.
I was
We're
on
not going skydiving.
Yo, they're saying no now, but when they jump out of the plane and we record the
would
footage,
have to be
I'm gonna say I
on
told you so.
The druggiest of drugs for you to get me.
Say no more.
To be on a plane
Say no more.
and jump out.
Say you've given me my stipulation. Say no more.
Like
All right, so what's going on with Boeing?
So, the CEO of Boeing, well, for those listening who once again live under a rock, don't do nothing but go home.
Shout out to
and
Patrick Starr.
watch TikTok all day, don't really watch no news, read no articles or nothing. The CEO of Boeing has stepped down. Boeing, if you don't know, is a plane manufacturer. They make planes for the airlines. And what's been going on is that the aircraft maker has been under mounting pressure from regulators, airlines, and passengers as the company struggles to respond to the fallout from an incident in early January, which you guys probably heard of, where a panel blew off the Boeing 737 MAX 9 plane mid-air during an Alaskan Airlines flight. Now, that shit was crazy because when they went and did the probe into what happened, they saw that there was a bunch of bolts missing on the door. So this has been renewing concerns about Boeing's commitment to safety and the quality of their planes, especially 5 years after the two crashes of their 737 MAX planes, which killed a total of nearly 350 people.
Holy shit!
So the companies hasn't been doing good. They're being investigated by the FAA. Basically, they're in a position where a lot of people are looking at this stuff and we haven't seen this level of fear flying since like 9/11, you know, like people are now just they're scared to fly, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's why I was asking like how you guys feel about planes and whatnot, because there's even an article I read about the former senior manager who used to work for Boeing.
Oh, this one was good.
Walked off the plane when he found out it was a Boeing plane. So he was on the plane. So prior to, he switched his flights because he's like, oh, I want to make sure this flight's not a Boeing's plane, right? It wasn't made by Boeing. He gets on the plane. He looks at the emergency panel. It says Boeing 737 MAX. He got up and left the plane. And they're like, wait, where are you going? He's like, I can't speak on it, but I'm not supposed to be on this plane.
Speak on it.
Oh,
now
man.
Imagine if you're sitting beside that dude and he gets up and leaves. He's like, I can't speak on it, but I'm not supposed to be on this plane. And he leaves. Are you sitting on that flight?
Roll.
Are you?
Nah.
I'm going with him. He knows something we don't.
Nah.
So, you know, Boeing planes were grounded this year by the FAA, as I was saying. Public is losing trust in flying, and it also brings into question like how much of this is on Boeing, and how much of this is on the airline. Because, you know, like when you buy a car, you know, you have the car manufacturer who manufactures the car. And then you have the person that owns the car who's responsible for taking care of the car.
Hey, listen, if I buy a car and I'm driving on the road and my wheel flies off, it's not my fault.
But how much do you put on the manufacturer and how much do you put on the guy that did his own tire install and he didn't torque his shit?
But I mean, planes, I know like aircrafts and just like airports in general, they have like a very strict scrutinizing process of like maintenance, record logs of things that have been done, flight logs. So every certain amount of flight hours, you need to have a maintenance scheduled.
Yeah.
I don't know in terms of Boeing what they've done, like to mitigate or to lose the faith of the people.
So something else I forgot to mention, one of the former employees of Boeing who served as a whistleblower to all this was found dead as a suicide, right?
Found dead
as a suicide. And apparently there's like, I'm not trying to get into conspiracies, but there was something, I forgot where I read it, forgive me, but he did say, if something happens to me, it's not suicide. Best believe it's not suicide. And
I remember that.
That's
yeah,
what the guy
and now
said?
they're saying
So the guy told his homie, like me and you talking, right? Yo, if I die, it wasn't me. It wasn't suicide.
Yeah. So it's internally in the company, they got audited, and a lot of things are coming out about how they're like ducking corners, you know, to meet productions and stuff, and they're like skipping over safety.
We've all worked somewhere to cut corners.
Yeah, you know. So, but now in a case of planes, when you put 2 bolts instead of 6, you get a whole door that flies off.
Yo, those better be some strong ass bolts.
That's it's crazy shit, yo. Like for real, and it's scary because now I don't know. Boeing's one of the biggest plane manufacturers. And now it's at a point where if they've been getting away with this for that long, like imagine. Like
for me, that goes back to how much faith do you have in humanity?
Yeah.
I have zero faith in humanity.
Depends on what side of the world you're on right now.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like, let me bring something up to you guys real quick. Egg West, everyone knows about the construction that's been going on forever.
Yeah.
Can't get done. Tell me how, I don't know if anyone heard about the line that they're building in Saudi Arabia. It's like that massive city they're building, but it's going to be like a massive wall.
Yeah.
Mirror wall looking thing, yeah.
In 6 months, they've already dug the entire foundation for it. All of it. How is that possible? And we can't fix some potholes and dig a couple.
Oh, these men are unionized, bro.
Bro, unionized capitalism right now is running this side of the world. People that want to get shit done, it's not North America right now. I said what I said. What's his name? Biden. I don't know if he can understand what I'm saying.
That guy falls
Trudeau.
every 2 seconds. You didn't get one of those, those baby walker things where it's like you can't, no matter which way you go, you can't fall.
I think we as citizens need to put pressure on our governments to do more.
Yeah, 100%. And it goes back to what I was saying. That comes with being informed, understanding what's going on, not being blind to the stuff. Because all this stuff, like, they want you to
You know what it's called? Attention. It's called being willfully ignorant.
Yeah. They want you to not pay attention to this. They want you to not know what's going on because ignorance is bliss, right? And you're not going to complain about something you don't know enough about or you don't care about. So, like, think about everything we talked about on this pod. You put it into one episode, you really sitting down like, damn, Canadian government's fucked. And it's only 5%. We're only touching the iceberg. If I bring E in here, like, Ian will come and just break down everything for you guys. And then you'll be like, damn, Canada's really fucked. So the whole point of what I'm saying is like, it comes with understanding what's going on and using that information to make your own informed decisions and your own informed voting.
You gotta educate yourself, man.
And that's where it starts from. Not to say that's gonna save the world, but it starts with you, right? So
we all have voices.
Yeah.
And like we were talking about at the beginning of the podcast, if I never decided to start this podcast, none of us three would have been here saying anything right now.
Basically, in front of 2 cameras. Yeah. A couple mics, cool producer. So.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so, you want to take us to the quote of the day? Let's wrap this up.
Yeah. Quote of the day. All right, 1 sec. So, my quotes of the day are going to be kind of more like life lessons. There might not be an actual quote in this, but I'll try my best. None of it's rehearsed. I'm just going to speak off the top of my head, as I did last time. And by the way, I got fantastic feedback from my last one. And my last one was a little bit comical, but there was still something to be said at the end of the day about it. And pretty much what I got to say today is, life is full of up and downs. You're going to be on a hot streak. You're going to be on a cold streak. Things will go well. Things won't go well. But if you allow the things that don't go well to stay on your mind, to weigh you down, to keep you on that downward path, you're just going to keep going down. And a prime example of that is, where is the second podcast? Where is the second podcast? Now, like I said, all three of us believe there was some type of, divine intervention, Trudeau, Biden. I'm saying, y'all, somebody, Diddy do it, somebody took this down. If we had taken that and we looked at it as a negative, we wouldn't have a third podcast right now.
Yeah.
We would have been, oh man, no second, whatever, right? Not a big deal. But what did we do? We did a third podcast. If you keep using the negative to feed the negative, you're going to be negative. All I'm saying is find ways to make the negatives positives. Everything's going to go better. Prab, ask me how I am.
How are you?
Ask me how I'm doing today.
How are you doing today?
Oh, man, I got a lot to do. I had to come from work. I was stressing. I had to go home. Then I had to come back. I'm running around. Holy smokes. I'm stressing. My God. Jordan, ask me how I'm doing today.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Yo, I was able to finish work. I got home on time. I showered. I got here. And now we're doing the podcast. It worked out. You can choose to look at it negatively where I had to rush. Or I can choose to look at it, yeah, sure, I had to rush, but at least I'm here. At least we did the podcast.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Yeah. The one thing that you can change is the way that you think about things. That's all you can control. You can't control anything else.
And like I said, man, there's a lot of people who have all these cool ideas, but that's the issue. It just stays ideas. Like they don't really put their foot forward. They care too much about what people are gonna think, what people are gonna say. Oh, I don't know where to start. Oh, I need an engineer. I need a producer. I need a microphone. Instead of just like, you could get your phone if you wanted to and start recording a pod on your desk. But point of what I'm saying is like, if you got stuff you trying to get done, and I say this because in the beginning of the pod, like I was talking about, there's people who, when they see you doing something, they come and just start saying like, damn, I was thinking about like, oh, I I kind of always wanted to do clothing. I kind of always wanted to do pod. It's like, that has nothing to do with me, respectfully, man. That's for you to go figure out your corner and you go execute what you wanted to do. Then come to me. I can't help you, respectfully. You know, we're just doing our thing. Just because we're doing what you want to do doesn't mean we can help you. That's for you to deal with in your corner with your demons and your, you know, your motivation and your, yeah, you know.
Set the trends. Don't follow them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though. Some of y'all keep your ideas as ideas.
Yeah.
Some of y'all don't.
The world don't need them.
Yeah, the world.
Shout out to the 9-to-5s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Leave that shit in your head, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say before I wrap this up?
You want to shout out to?
No, I think that's it. Shout out my boy Brian. Brian from DPS Customs made us some custom Henny bottles with our logo on them.
Yes, sir.
We'll probably make a separate post. I'll take some pictures.
Yeah, we'll take some pictures. We'll post them, but they're dope. They're dope. Yeah, hit him up. He's a good guy, man. We're probably gonna work with him a little bit more later on. Hopefully, see how it goes.
Yo,
But yeah, this dope logos. You know, whatever you need for birthdays, fucking parties, whatever. Does custom labels, decals, stickers, everything.
Yes, sir.
yo, I'm gonna try my best. I want a Hennessy sponsorship.
A Henny sponsorship?
It can be done.
Yo, I think I deserve it.
Yeah.
You can probably get that done.
Respectfully,
Send some emails.
yo,
Yeah.
we gotta be a little bit more consistent with the podcast, and we send those emails.
All right. So yeah, once again, thank you for joining us to episode 3 of Reggie's World.
Don't ask where number 2 is.
Don't ask
Number
where
2 on the way.
is.
Don't ask to be on the podcast.
Don't ask to be on the podcast. Don't ask when's the next podcast. If you follow us, you fucking follow us, and you'll know then.
Shout out to everyone that watches and likes
Yeah.
and doesn't bother us. Thank you.
Even the people I don't like, we know you're watching. So I know because they tell me. So
All right. All right, man.
all right, we're done.